Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening, but I wasn't the host for this evening last night because we had our young commentators. Brilliant. Love those kids. Absolutely superb. They know their stuff and it's just great to work with them. And as we say, apologies from there, Oliver. And, excuse me, young Dan, who's left the sinking ship, they say. Wow, sinking ship? It's not sinking. These kids are absolutely brilliant. And we're going to do hopefully a lot with them. We've had them for nearly 2 years and they're absolutely brilliant. I must admit, you must like them, you must know what they're all about. And you can watch the show if you've not watched it on YouTube and see what they're all about. Ben, Dan and Jane, superb. Anyway, I'm sure grassroots football season just around the corner. Are you ready? What I mean by that? Do you have your footballs? Do you have your kits? Do you have your place in your league? Have you got all the parents, first and foremost, primed to show respect on and off the field of play? Because that's what it's all about. Let's keep our referees within the game. We need to. Because at the end of the day, without the referee, there is no game. Wow. And that's fact. It really is fact. Because your referee comes out in uniform, the kids are all in their uniforms, aren't they, all their kits, and it looks the part. When you get a game on like that, it makes it really look the part of the game of football the way it should be. Because there's nothing worse than one of our coaches, that used to do it myself, coming out there in his tracksuit or whatever it is, and maybe sometimes a big coat, whatever they're wearing, it doesn't look right. Doesn't look right, so the kids would not give them the respect that they deserve, and they're a bit nervous because they don't want to be classed as being on one person or one team side, you know, thinking, well, it's my own team, I'm going to give them more decisions. I've been there, I've done it, wore the t-shirt, so I know exactly what I'm talking about, and it's the hardest thing. And the kids don't believe that you're giving decisions against them because you're their coach. Doesn't make sense, does it? No, it doesn't. So if you're a coach and you're refereeing, good luck to you, because there has been plenty of them because the referees haven't turned up for one reason or another. Then that's the difference. But hey ho, it is grassroots football, and I just hope that everyone is primed, ready, raring to go, and especially if you've got yourself into a football league as well, because that's not good. If you're not in a league and you're all ready to go before the grassroots football season, I think it's the 3rd of September and the 4th when they begin. It normally is when the kids go back to school. Yeah, going back to school. You're all happy kids. Well, at least you've got football at the weekend, haven't you? What do you mean you haven't had a game off or a day off? You've just played week in, week out, and there is many teams there, you know, since the break have played every single week, and they're going into the winter season now. Just how do you do it? Is it because you managers out there are scared in case that child of yours signs for someone else who's in your team? If you let them go, they'll play for someone else in a tournament. That still goes on, I know that, because sometimes that used to happen, or still does. As I say, many years ago when I was running teams, if you didn't continue and go into tournaments or into whatever it is, going away, having breaks with them and putting them into great games wherever they could play into the tournaments. We used to do that in the Knowsley International Cup. That used to be great, that. But what we used to do was intermix all the teams, and kids were just coming from all the teams and making teams up because you're playing the Americans, things like that. And you'd always have one manager. There was always one manager who'd run the team, say, "Can I have some of your kids? Can I have some of your kids?" You'd get them all back. That was the pack that we had. No one ever lost because they wouldn't sign them on to go for their team, and that's the way it was. But unfortunately, if it still goes on where your child goes to play for someone else and doesn't come back, stays with them because he likes it better, or the team's winning games, is the majority of teams and kids and parents who say, oh, do you know what needs to change? They win everything, I want my child to go to them. Glory hunters we used to call them, and I'm sure you still do as well. Anyway, that's the way it was. You kept your kids playing football because you didn't want to lose them, and it still goes on, as I say, now. So that's why many teams have been playing week in, week out into tournaments. In case you lose the kids, And that is grassroots football, isn't it? That is called poaching. You poached me kids. Remember it all. And it still goes on now. You hear other kids say, or teams saying, poached me kids, got me kids, take me kids. I'll get the same when my team comes out as well. Poached them, used to play for us, you know. Yeah, stole them off us. Yeah, well, anyway, that's the way things go in grassroots football, isn't it? You know, it doesn't matter. It happened to me a million times. And do you know what? I just got on with it because it was there for the kids to play football. And I'd just bring in more players if they were available. There was loads there. There was plenty of them all the time. Bring them in, bring them in, bring them in. You always had a team. I always had a team. If you lost a player, and I didn't lose that many, but I say it happened to me a million times. It was when we had a club going, and that's the way it was with different teams. They were losing players to go to other teams, things like that. You start off well, and then players all want to go, and the parents want to move them, and that's the way it goes. But my own team, that's the way I was doing it. You want to leave, you leave. Simple. Let's get someone else in. And that is the way grassroots football should be played. But you've got these coaches now with the stopwatches, with the clipboards, with all the brand new gear on, and you name it, they're flying around everywhere. And it's kids football, and you just want to play football. You can be the best coach in the world, can't you? Anyway, it's one of those things. And this is what we're talking about, grassroots football. You've got to respect your referee as well, because without that referee, as we said, there is no game. So we need to keep that. There's going to be a lot of young kids, by the way, I know that, who are refereeing. They've taken up the whistle, they've passed all the courses, and they're on. They're level 7, they're coming into grassroots football leagues, and I'm sure they'll get some stick as well. But you don't need to do that, because you've got to remember, if you're a coach, if you're a parent, spectator, having a go at the referee, you've got to remember that these kids have just left school around about 14 years of age, and they're coming in to try and develop their skills and learn the ropes about a referee. So they're going to be nervous in the first few games, just like the young kids are who come into the first team. They're nervous, they're wondering what's happening. Then they start getting into it and they start getting used to it, just like the referees do. And they learn quickly who gives them loads of stick. We all do. Anyway, the leagues are putting their foot down. We know that this year. You have to. Spectators, beware, because there could be big fines and point deductions, and that's the way it is for your team. And the parents. So coaches are advised now to talk to the parents, because you do not want to be losing those points, do you? If there is points, because they're just supposed to be development leagues, aren't they, at younger ages? So let's see how things go. They just have cup matches. This is grassroots football, folks, we're talking about, but some teach it or respect it as a professional game. With the kids, have a look at them, have a look on social media, have a look at all the kids who are playing for Liverpool's, your Everton's, all the kids, and look at the parents and the world beaters. But will they ever make it? We all know how hard that is for a child to make Premier League football, professional football. It is difficult, but unfortunately a lot of spectators and parents see their youngster as being picked up by the big boys and thinking, plays for Liverpool, plays for Everton, plays for Man United. My kid's going to go all the way. Hopefully it will happen for you, but the chances of that are very, very slim indeed. And I don't put those stats out. You only have to look at the stats and listen to the professionals and the experts, and they would tell you exactly the same thing. So if you're a mum and dad looking to see your world beat of a child going in there and performing week in, week out like the best player in the world, think again. Just let them develop their skills, let them play football, let them keep the friends, and if they're old enough, around about 11, 12, that's when they should be going to all these Premier League clubs. That's what I look at anyway. That's the way I think they should be going to academies, not youngsters like this. Let's just keep them all. These could develop, these could be the ones that we want. 9 times out of 10 those kids have released and then they're back into grassroots football. Anyway, take them away from the friends, they lose the friends. But they need to develop their skills as a child as well and keep the friendships going. Again, my opinion, you parents, you spectators will have your own opinion about what you're going to do and how you're going to develop your child. It's entirely up to yourself, but always respect the decision of your child as well. See what they want, because some are forced to go there. You're good enough, you're playing there, don't care what you say. You hear that week in, week out. Am I right, am I wrong? I'd love your thoughts on this, mal@don'ttexttheline.com. But it's grassroots football season coming up very soon indeed. The Premier League's already back, thick and fast. They're coming, the games are. I don't know what's happened to our team, Liverpool. Some hangovers. You don't have hangovers because you've lost games, do you? You just carry on and just take every game as it comes and go win the next one if you can. But you've got to develop and you've got to try. You've got to try 100%, like Man United did against us. But it was one of those things where Liverpool just sat back and left them. It was they were okay first 10-15 minutes, and then United was just running and we just let them. And if you look at the likes of Van Dijk, Milner having a little go, and players just didn't seem to lift themselves. They seemed to be slow in the pace. I don't know what's happened. It's only just like 2 games in then, and then or 3 games in, going into our 4th. Let's see. Kids will just be like the professionals. They'll all develop. They'll all get better as the weeks go on. Simple as that. So I'm expecting bigger things from Liverpool in the next 4 games. I'm sure we've got 4 home games, and we've got the Champions League that was done as well, wasn't it? And then you have the Premier League and the Carabao Cup. They're all coming thick and fast because we've got the World Cup coming as well. I wonder if that's all the worry, that they're going to be so tired when it comes to the World Cup, it's going to be unreal. Well, that remains to be seen as well. But anyway, I'm enjoying my cup of tea, and it's just been hectic. I've been working, would you believe, in my job. 10 days on and off. That means I've been doing shifts, finishing shifts. So it's been 10 days in a row, nearly 12 days in a row, but I managed to scrape out of that because I badly needed a break and do something myself, because I'm going home after the shift and I'm like that, then I'm back on shift. It's not good. It's not good. Anyway, we want to make sure that all the referees are protected in grassroots football, please, if you can, and they've got to take that with you. No ref, no game, respect, that's what it is. And you coaches out there should be passing that message on to all the parents to make sure that they behave on and off the field of play. And it's all behind the barriers. And the North Liverpool JFL are making a stance, and apparently they've got ID cards for the managers. If you haven't got that, you're not in. It's one of those things, a parent can't take over, it has to be the managers, coaches, and you have to respect the players and the referees on the field of play. How that will change the game, it remains to be seen. But we'll still be around as well, but don't cross the line, making sure that everyone does get on with the game and just leave the kids to develop their skills and leave the referees to develop theirs as well, because that's the difference, you know, in grassroots football. Let them all play. Let the referees officiate and the kids develop the skills and play football, and show show the mums and dads and spectators just how good they are and how they can develop over the season. If you leave them to, if you leave the coaches to do the job, stand back and just encourage, loads of applause, there's nothing wrong with that one, and the kids will show you how good they are. And the other thing I could suggest to a parent, that the way they should be getting involved, is if your child is a little bit out of order, let's say shouting and screaming and out of control, and the coach can't handle things like that, that's when your mums and dads should come in and just have a little talk to little Johnny, little Tommy, little Sheila, whatever they are. You know what I mean? These are our footballers, our young footballers, and they should talk to them and just say, no, tempers, attitudes, that's got to change, come on, let's all work together, let's get this team properly and just play football. No arguing back, no bad fouls, and the kids at a young age should be taught all that. And first and foremost, you parents, you are the role models to those children first, not your professional footballer, it's yourselves. So you can act on their behalf and instill good attitudes towards them and respect please. So you've got a role to play there, mums and dads. Make sure that the kids' attitudes are right when they come to football, and your attitude is right as well, because all we want off you is encouragement, loads of passionate clapping and making sure you enjoy it, win, lose or draw, just enjoy it, and the kids will come back again the following week and perform just as good, if not better, because once you're on their side, they'll show you. It's, you know, the kids don't want to let you down, they want to play their best, and leave that to the coaches to get the best out of them. And also, if they make a free kick, give a foul away and the referee gives the free kick, tell them to just grin and bear it, get on with it and don't argue back. It's as simple as that. Football is a simple game. Leave it to the coaches to develop the kids, leave it to the mums and dads for all the passion and support, and let the referees develop their skills by officiating the game. What more could you ask for? Go home, smile, and just say, yeah, there's another game next week, you know. They'll come thick and fast, then we'll have a cup game, and you can look at the Premier League as well. It's football, football, football. And that is just what it's all about. New teams will be coming into this league. My team's new, under sevens they're coming into, so that should be decent. Looking forward to seeing the games, and also trying to talk to the kids as well about developing with the referees, keeping the kids going, motivated. Honestly, that is the way it should be, and respecting the referees, and the kids are going to be doing that right from the word go, from the age of 7 onwards, and they'll learn. They will really learn. And the mums and dads, they've got to keep their mouths shut, as they say, please, unless they're given loads and loads of encouragement. That's all we need. Not questioning the referee, not saying what's that, go back, hit him back. I hate all that in grassroots football. That's the way we should be, working together, even the spectators. If a child makes a foul, free kick, the referee and the coaches will sort that out, not the parents getting involved. Just leave that to them. You either win, you lose, or you draw. You just get on with it and see the improvement. If you don't like it, well, that's what happens. There's a door there, isn't it? And you just move on, and other kids move in. So, grassroots football, whatever you are, make sure that you do respect the referee and let the kids play and develop their skills as well, please. If you're out and about, that is. We've been out and about. I'm trying to look for some decent football. I'm hoping I might be getting to a tournament to see Club DXTL FC tomorrow. Bit of luck, they'll do okay. Not too sure what time I can stay till, but hey ho, you get on with things again, don't you? Now then, what about last night's results? And what I mean by last night's result is, well done to our national Respect winners once again, and this was supported once again by Ref For Me. Brilliant. Tristan and all the team there, you've been absolutely A1, and you're going to continue to support us through our conversation. Now, we will announce what prizes they're all getting very, very soon, but we just thought it was important to let you know who the winners were. Thanks to everyone again who nominated. You've been phenomenal, and I appreciate you taking the time and putting the effort in to nominate your favourite grassroots football referee. So there you go, and it'll be a better one for next year, I assure you. Now, we did give the third places Georgia Lions, and we gave all the information last night, and then we had Adrian Pearson, and the winner was Paul Mins. So, congratulations to all those referees. Thank you once again for nominating. It was tough, as I said, it was very, very tough indeed to get those nominations through. Honestly, they were unbelievable, and some were so very, very sad stories. And you know what? The passion to those referees, that is why they were chosen in those places. Honestly, it could have gone either way, but there has to be a winner, there has to be a runner-up, and there has to be a third. Well, you're not losers, you're all winners in my eyes, and well done to each and every one of you. Keep up the great work, all you referees out there, and don't forget the National Respect Awards 2022-23. Next year is our 20th anniversary, so expect something special. Well, there you go. We're coming into the last minute of our show. Once again, congratulations to all, and especially to the ones who nominated our referees. We'll be back again, and we'll be back again tomorrow at 7 p.m. So myself, Mal, and all the team here at the National Respect Awards, don't cross the line. Hearts of Gold, which we all know about now. It's a great team getting behind all these fundraising campaigns and what we're doing, and giving activities and bringing them all to you, and just letting you laugh at us doing stupid things. That's what we're all about. So I hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed last night's show. We'll be back again tomorrow at 7 p.m. If you've got games, tournaments, remember, respect the referee. Loads of passion, loads of support, and just enjoy the game. And we'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Myself, Mal Lake, and all the team here. Great evening. Good night, God bless.